Hey
Hi,
Anna,
Bill.
how you doing?
Thank you so much for having us today.
Of course.
I love how shows like Shrinking can help to normalize the topic of therapy in a way. Why did you want to bring this show to life?
All right. So look, every writer that you're ever going to meet is a narcissist and likes to write about their own life and their own experiences. Um, I did not grow up having therapy, and I grew up in a very waspish house in Connecticut, where if I had said as a guy in my 20s I want to go get therapy, my I think my dad would have looked at me with like that sideways head that dogs get when you make a weird noise. And but I do it now, and I think the idea of destigmatizing it and having it just be an ordinary thing, especially since we're all dealing with crap right now in the world, whether it's self care, mental health, dealing with trauma, dealing with grief. It's a fun world to approach comedically because I don't think people have done that too often.
Absolutely. And in the show, Jimmy is brutally honest with his patients. How important is honesty when it comes to creating a show like Shrinking?
I think that's a really good question. On the one level, it really matters because the same way when we did Scrubs, you have a responsibility to how you represent healthcare. So we interviewed a ton of therapists, and we're very careful about what we do and what we say. But even more so, I think emotional honesty matters. The writing staff is such talented young men and women, and they bring their own real experiences to it, and they're so diverse and from so many different backgrounds. And if I just wrote my experience, it would be a pretty good show about what it means to be a pasty white guy from Connecticut. And for us, the coolest thing is in this kind of melting pot world, I can sit back and watch people portray, Jessica Williams' life of what it would mean to be a black female therapist in a very white male dominated world, or Luke Tenney's life, or Lukita's life. And so for me to let other people kind of make it honestly authentic, I think that's part of what at least makes the TV that I really like to watch work.
Absolutely. And family is also a big theme on the show. And the characters show that family isn't always blood related. But in your case, you were working with your wife again. How valuable was it for this project to have family around, especially when it comes to such an important topic?
Look, the I love working with my wife. I mean, I would say that even if I didn't love working with her because I'm a little scared of her, but that's okay. But no, I really do. She inspires me, and she's a great mom and super talented. I think that the truth of Hollywood that people rarely write about is that shows that work um, often work at least in part because of the fact that the cast and crew and writing staff and everybody creates a familial, codependent relationship, a healthy one, where people are helping each other and rooting for each other. And look, I wrote on the first year of Friends right when before I got fired. Don't write that. Right when I got there, though, you could tell that these actors and actresses were friends in real life and were family in real life, and it translated to television. I think that's why people are still so engaged with it. I had that experience on Scrubs, and the cool thing for me is I've had that experience on Shrinking very, very fast.
I love that. Bill, they're wrapping me up. Thank you so much for the talk. Have fun with the rest of the interviews.
Hey, thanks. Have a
Bye.
great holiday. Okay, it was lovely meeting you.
You too. Bye.
Bye.